When I hear the phrase TKO is ruining the WWE, I often think it's somewhat hyperbole. It's been said at least a dozen times over the last calendar year, and typically it does feel like a slight exaggeration when it's said about advertisements in the ring and on tables, or the random celebrity appearance. I get it, it does suck, but at the end of the day, us wrestling fans are still tuning in every week, for better or for worse. Unfortunately, I can't hide this growing feeling in myself, and it pains me to finally say it. TKO is ruining the WWE. And at the current rate of their corporate greed, I fear any goodwill the WWE has left is going to run out quickly, and more fans are going to leave on a permanent basis. In this video, I'll go over two of the biggest news pieces to come out of this week regarding the WWE and future plans, and how it could chase away more fans than any advertisement or celebrity cameo could ever do. Of course, I'm talking about TKO's Mark Shapiro and his latest comments, and the location of WrestleMania 43. Let's get into it. Let's start off with Mark Shapiro's recent comments on the status of ticket prices for WWE events. Mark Shapiro is on the TKO Group Holdings Board of Directors as both the President and Chief Operating Officer. This week, Shapiro spoke at the annual Goldman Sachs Communacopia and Technology Conference, and among the many topics covered, Shapiro spoke on the ticket prices, opening with, "WWE is not where the UFC yet is on ticket yield. We have our work to do there. We know we have a lot of room there because Vince McMahon was primarily pricing tickets for families and wasn't totally focused on maxing the opportunity there. Now that we've seen what we can do with UFC, we're replicating that in terms of ticket yield and holding back and advanced sales when it comes to on location on the WWE side, and it's working out really well." I wish this was satire, because the level of greed in this statement alone is beyond comprehension, but sadly, it's the reality. In a nutshell, expect WWE ticket prices to continue to rise. Shapiro and TKO aren't concerned with making the WWE an event to bring your family to. They just want the highest bidder to empty their wallets into a single night show. Shapiro said that ticket prices under Vince's regime were geared more towards family, but let's face it, TKO has already been spinning the wheels on accelerated ticket prices and pushing up prices for all of their merch for a while now. This revelation shouldn't come as a surprise, but what is surprising is Shapiro blatantly putting the word out there for the world to see. Your families are not our priority, the highest spender is. And yes, I get it. WWE is a business, and TKO wants to maximize profit. It's capitalism 101, but it's greedy capitalism at its finest. Month after month, we would hear how the WWE had record gates. When Paul Levesque puts on his glasses, you know we're going to hear about the financial side. But all of this is due to everything being increased in pricing to collect every last penny out of your bank account. Record gates are being set because tickets are sold at alarmingly high rates, and that isn't going to change anytime soon. It's only going to get worse. Take WrestlePalooza ticket prices as another example. Ex-user Noah Gilbert shared an image that indicates how much a ticket would set you back if you wish to attend WrestlePalooza and sit in the nosebleeds. One ticket is going for $273 American, which means a family of four will be paying over $1,000 to sit close to Eddie Guerrero and Sabu in order to watch this live event. Meanwhile, for 50 American buckaroos, here's the view you can expect to have at an AEW Collision show. To further push the narrative on how ticket prices are only going to cost more in the not-so-distant future, here's another gem from Shapiro. "There are no shortage of countries that want to see us bring our show to town. Most important to me is cash. Cash kills. If we have a St. Louis going up against a Des Moines, Iowa, and you want us back there, and you've broken records and sold out both your arenas, you have to pay for us to come back, or else we'll take it to another town. And that goes for NXT, Raw, and SmackDown on the WWE side." Like I said, this all sounds like satire when you first hear about it, but the more we venture into TKO's strategy, the less surprising this all feels. It's why I wasn't shocked when the WWE put Mr. Iguana's hand puppet up in the WWE shop for a cool $60, when you could just go to Amazon and get a similar model for $20 cheaper, and in my humble opinion, it actually looks like a nicer puppet. I feel like you get how I feel at this point, so let's move on to the second news piece of the week. It's left many feeling like the WWE may not be for them anymore, and it involves the location of WrestleMania 43. The first ever WrestleMania to take place outside of North America won't happen in a location many of us have been begging for, like London or Tokyo or even Paris. Nope, Saudi Arabia is the highest bidder to the surprise of nobody. It's honestly no surprise that the Saudi government can afford pretty much anything or anyone. And when TKO prioritizes short-term profit over long-term impact on its audience, their move to host WrestleMania 43 in a country that still has gender segregation and corporal punishment for any same-sex couple showing affection in public was never a matter matter of if, but when. And when is in 2027. Lest we forget, Saudi Arabia is already getting the 2026 Royal Rumble PLE, in which I can only imagine will be brutal for the women participating, as some will be in the ring for a long stretch while wearing a full bodysuit. Now they're getting both the 2026 Royal Rumble and the 2027 WrestleMania PLEs. And the way things are going, we should expect to see more high-ticket events coming in the future since, as Shapiro put it himself, money kills. A little too on the nose there, buddy. Also, not surprising was the public reaction to this announcement, which was so hated by everyone who shared their opinion, it made the 2025 War of the Worlds movie feel like it didn't deserve half the criticism it got. On Reddit, here are some gems. LOL, fuck this company. Yep, I'm out. They don't care about the fan or families, straight from TKO's own mouth. They only care about the money. Vince may have been and is a colossal piece of shit. He at least didn't price out the fans. Just about McFucking had it. Ha 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 ha. This sucks, man. First WrestleMania I won't be watching, sadly. Between this and the guy from TKO managing to make Vince McMahon look good, it's another banner day in the world of World Wrestling Entertainment PR. TKO has ruined everything. If you don't like this, just stop watching. Stop giving them your money. Money talks. And on Twitter, it was no better. This is the company people desperately want to succeed over AEW, weirdos. TKO selling shows to the highest bidding cities or countries. This one of disappointed Gunther just fits so well for this announcement, so I had to include it. Saudi getting a Mania before London is crazy. I'm about done with this company. Oh, this shit is dead, bro. Hell nah. I feel bad for the women that have to wrestle in bodysuits for the biggest show of the year. What the fuck, man? Man, seriously, fuck the WWE sometimes. WWE is on the march to its inevitable demise. London was right there. Please give me a reason why Saudi deserves a WrestleMania before London. Now I don't feel so bad for giving up WWE upon their move to ESPN. This response from the Z-Word of a GIF saying, well, fuck that, felt right to include here. And finally, at Grap Season shared this image of Paul Heyman during the WWE Invasion angle, stating, "Death to sports entertainment, death to the WWE." Obviously, this is a touchy subject, as the hatred towards Saudi Arabia is in no way reflected towards the people of the country, but towards the country's government and their many inhumane laws. In 2025 alone, up until August 5th, HumanRightsWatch.org released a report that states the Saudi government had executed at least 241 citizens without due process, with 22 coming in the week leading up to the report. This includes the June 14th execution of journalist Turki Al-Jasser, who is known for documenting the royal family's corruption. In the same article, Abdullah Al-Aoud, a senior director at the Middle East Democracy Center, had this to say. Behind closed doors, Saudi Arabia is executing peaceful activists and journalists following politicized trials. These state-sanctioned killings are an assault on basic human rights and dignity that the world cannot afford to ignore. This is where the WWE consistently chooses to host premium live events, a place that disregards human rights, makes sure that men and women are not treated equally, and shuts down anyone who opposes the government, using shady laws to arrest, torture, and in Turki Al-Jasser's case, kill anyone who speaks negatively about them, even if it's true with solid evidence. At the end of the day, money speaks. Mark Shapiro and TKO have made it clear that it's the only thing that matters to them. And if they can price out families for higher bidders and host premium events in countries that treat their civilians like sheep because they can spend any amount of money, they'll do it. Unfortunately for TKO and for the WWE by affiliation, wrestling fans will continue to bow out and walk away from a company they've loved for decades. On the other side of the fence, AEW is looking better and better each day to many. It's ironic in a way because Paul Levesque took over creative and shifted the WWE in a new direction. It changed the landscape and drove wrestling fans back to the WWE and away from the alternative. 2 years later, and TKO may just drive those same fans back to AEW. Only this time, I can see them actively remaining on that side.